So warm good morning to each one of you. On behalf of Meril Life Sciences, I take this opportunity to welcome you to Complex Interventional Technique, Lessons from the Masters, Chapter 5. To grace the occasion, we have Dr. Vaishya, who is Padma Shri, and we have Dr. Singh, who is on his way, because this session is accredited by Daman Medical Association. So we have CME accreditation points by Daman Medical Association. So big round of applause for Dr. Vaishya and Dr. Singh. Well, to begin the proceedings, let us see an overview of Meril Life Sciences, what you have seen yesterday on your way journey from Mumbai all the way to Vapi, which is 150 kilometers north of Mumbai, and we are located on the western coast of India. Well, for Meril, our objective is to develop, design, and distribute clinically relevant state-of-art, best-in-class products to alleviate human suffering and to improve quality of life. As we speak, Meril is functional into 4 therapeutic verticals of vascular interventions, orthopedics, endosurgery, and in vitro diagnostic. Vapi is the headquarters for Meril, and yesterday during the Jeopardy quiz, one of the interactions, someone asked me that how large is the public investment in the group, and the answer is here that Meril is 100% owned by a large Indian business family, and the name of the family is Bilakia, and that's how our group, Bilakia Group. So Meril is basically part of Bilakia Group, and the family started its business journey with manufacturing of printing ink and agrochemicals. So for printing ink, our company Micro Inks by 2005 had joint venture with one of the prominent German ink manufacturer, that is Huber Group. And the same remains in terms of agrochemicals. Our company Bilag had joint venture with again a German group, a renowned German group, which is Bayer Crop Sciences. Talking about the group, it's in our DNA to create value for our stakeholders. And in terms of value, I can say that we have innovative R&D, a high quality culture, exceptionally large scale manufacturing, which all of you have seen yesterday. Cost competitiveness, we understand the requirement of this essential parameter to the business. And as we speak, we have our commercial presence in more than 100 countries across the world. And we are committed to partnership with our stakeholders. Moving forward, there are 3 arms of managing wealth, health, and education. So for the group, M3 investment is our value in arm, wherein we have investments in several different child. And we believe that as a country, if we have to grow, it is only the education which is going to change the picture of the country. And that's how Ma Foundation is committed to provide education to more than 250 schools and more than 10,000 students in Vapi and around its district areas. Towards the commercial side of education, we have Mexus Education, wherein the objective is to churn the entire school curriculum into a user-friendly format. It can be in form of comic books, movies, animations, or toys, which kids, they really enjoy, and the learning is always impactful with joy. Coming to our interest of healthcare. So Meril is functional into 4 therapeutic verticals, as I mentioned, and we started our healthcare journey in 2007 with our presence in cardiovascular, where we have range of devices not only for coronaries but peripheral neurovascular, structural heart disease, congestive heart failure and ablation therapies, which we started in 2007, that is orthopedics, where we have solution for complete joint replacement in form of knee as well as hip solutions, along with a range for trauma and spine. And in 2013, we got into 2 new segments of endosurgery as well as diagnostics. In endosurgery, we have complete range of sutures, staplers, hemostats, surgical kits, devices. And in form of diagnostic immunology, we have reagents to support these analyzers, and then we have point of testing care. Business verticals put together, we have more than 100 plus product lines, and many of you must be wondering that we are such a young organization, how we could achieve so much within such a short span of time. So as we speak, more than 100 plus product lines and our commercial presence in 100 countries across the world, covering each and every continent, R&D, surgery and diagnostic. Well, majority of you have witnessed this structure yesterday, where we have a dedicated manufacturing facility for cardiovascular, which is 40,000 square feet of built up area with ground plus 2 floors. And we have products which are US FDA approved, like Mosaic and Mosaic NC or PTCA balloon catheter, which are manufactured from tip to hub in the same manufacturing facility. We have complete vertical integration starting from beginning until end, starting from laser cutting to descaling, annealing, electropolishing, clean rooms, QA, and bench testing, which has been done in-house. We are doing this not only for cardiovascular, but also for our remaining segments. And the whole objective is to have complete control over the quality, which remains the essential parameter for devices, also needs to come at optimum cost. While we have dedicated facility for cardiovascular, the new Meril Park, which is 250,000 square feet verticals, and we are considering both internal as well as external training, considering a large force of more than 2,500 achievers within the organization. We have a large requirement of internal training, and also in form of external training. Today here we are witnessing CIT 5, which is our commitment to education, and over a period of last 1.5 years, now we have reached the 5th module of CIT 5. The training academy, which is in a form of a wave, the structure is made in a form of a wave, and it is spread over 100,000 square feet area, and wonderful interiors which takes care every aspect of training and education. So in form of simulator based training, hands-on workshop, live case transmission, which we are going to see today as well as tomorrow. And as Sanjeev mentioned a while ago, we are looking at both wet labs as well as dry labs, which will be ready very shortly, where we are looking at training sessions for our TAVI program. We have a faculty guest house. And in terms of training programs, what we have done for internal training are different programs for different level of achievers, those we have. And in form of our external training programs, orthopedics as well as healthcare professionals. It's been an honor to be part of Day1 Chapter Association, which has already given the CME accreditation for CIT program, especially CIT 5. And again, glad to welcome Dr. Vaishya and Dr. Singh. Talking about the earlier programs, majority of the programs where we have witnessed faculties and delegates across the world. And as we speak today, we have delegates here starting from US until Argentina on one side of the world, and starting from Russia, Europe until Indonesia and Korea on the other side of the world. So for CIT 5, we have faculty and delegates from 32 countries and more than 160 participants who are going to exchange their views and thoughts for better learning today and tomorrow and in time to come. It's a very proud moment for us at Meril because of Frost and Sullivan 7th Annual Healthcare Excellence Award, which was given to Meril Life Sciences as Emerging Medical Technology Company of the Year last year. So it's extremely proud moment for us at Meril. And this year, the India Cardiac Stent Company of the Year is also been awarded to Meril. So several developments happening at Meril. I'll not take more of your time, but I wish you a wonderful stay here in India and a happy learning today as well as tomorrow. With this, I invite the course co-moderator for CIT 5, Dr. Ramesh Dagubati from US, to come forward and take the proceedings. Thanks.
Technologies. I also thank Dr. Vaishya this CME accreditation for this program. So now coming to what are the objectives of our Meril CIT 5. Main objective is actually that we are all here. We are listening from several people who are very well-trained experts in interventional cardiology. And I think about 168 people are here from 32 countries, and all of you are chosen to come to this meeting because you're either have well-established careers in your practice or you're already identified as an emerging physician in your program, in your country. Can I forward this? Okay. Name. So we all know, I'm coming from United States, where in the past 15 years we have seen robust growth in interventional technologies, and also where 10 years ago interventional cardiologists have come under fire, showing that stent technologies are not great. Stent thrombosis is still a killer. And then FDA had come and started looking at all these patients to discuss safety of drug-eluting stents, and even a surgeon from Colombia goes on to the television. He has his own show where talking about the reason you're here is not just to give lectures, but also to learn from other physicians from their experiences on how to take care of certain patients. Physician training, which I'm so glad that Meril, I've been involved with Meril for the past 5 years, and so Meril always had physician training and education as their priority. As you see that they are building they built an educational center before even they expanded 150,000 Meril Park. And so you can understand how much importance is Bilakia is giving to physician education. Why do we need to educate ourselves? I mean, we have to keep our education to improve and build upon your expertise of the reason you're here. And that can be done not just because we are certified interventional cardiologists and never again taken a written exam, and there is no actual exam even in the United States, and for somebody to perform a PCI and then they be graded on that, because it is not easy. But my colleagues in Egypt have started doing that recently. So we depend upon conferences, workshops, wet labs, and reading from journals and clinical trials to get educated upon. We need these actually to educate ourselves and also to educate our referrals. If we don't know what exactly we can do, how can we go and impart that knowledge to our referring physicians and also to the patients? We can increase our patient day base by actually educating our referring physicians as well as our patients directly. coronary intervention is still the foundation for on which peripheral and structural have been built. The next generation is something unexpected, and we do not know. It is just beyond our own knowledge of how probably 10 years ago we never thought we can make transcatheter aortic valve replacement as a mainstay of therapy. Now it is possible, and that is equivalent or even superior to surgery in certain groups of patients. So if you do not have coronary intervention knowledge, we cannot proceed further on to go on to find out what we can do in the next generation. With that, I thank each and every one of you here to come and to fulfill your ideas and to fulfill our ideas of actually having a successful meeting. Thank you very much. Thank you. Primary operator and the type B and type C lesions, which are calcified patients to undergo. Then you have to make a decision what is the best one for him, whether to revascularize, meaning by PCI or by bypass surgery. So we also recommend a heart team approach for all these complex PCI patients that you and the surgeon should decide together. But obviously there is somebody, if the patient is refusing surgery whatever you have to discuss with them and ask the surgeon to see them despite that they refuse surgery, and then they can make up their minds after listening to the cardiac surgeon. So here